Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. All right, you guys, second live in the same day. How about that, right? We're doing all the things. Okay, so I am a little bit late, y'all. I'm having computer issues. I'm still trying to figure out, is it my computer? Is it my internet? And I don't know. Seems like when I try to stream, my computer doesn't want to let me be great. I can stream on my phone. Didn't seem like I had any problems earlier. However, we're just going to chat a little bit, talk a little bit about all of the things, right? So, second job, why is my budget tight? How are we going to make it happen? All the things, right? Um and I think for me, right, when it's been one of those that we've been doing this now for a little bit. I've been budgeting since Jackson was a year old, so 15 years. We've made all the things happen that needed to happen. However, 15 years later, the money is not much different, and the bills are way higher than they were. So, for those of you who have just chimed in, please do me a favor and let me know who you are and if the video is buffering at all, because I'm trying to see if it's my other computer or if it's this computer or if it's my network. I'm not exactly sure what it is, and I want to make sure that we are good before I jump into all of the things. So a couple weeks ago, well, probably the beginning of the month, right, I had came on and talked about, I did the budget. That's what I do every single month. We were tight this month because we had some unexpected expenses. We had some rising expenses. And then we had just a couple things that we did not account for. We also had my license renewal, not my registration renewal, had to pay my taxes to get my registration, had to do an inspection, had to do an oil change, all those things, right? I had to do an oil change. And I have oil change money in the oil change fund, and I didn't use oil change money to pay for the oil change. Why didn't I use oil change? Let me hang on. See, this is when you gotta really be up on your budget for real. Because I got an oil change several weeks ago, wasn't thinking, and I paid for that out of my regular account. I didn't pay for that out of my oil change budget. So let me see what I have in the oil change budget, because I just got the oil changed. Oh, okay. I must have did pay for it with the oil change budget. Okay. Because there's nothing in there. So I must have remembered that incorrectly. So once I did the budget, what I realized is we are extremely tight. And then somebody asked, which is nothing wrong with people asking, why is your budget tight and why do you need $2,000 extra? So the number 2,000 was just a round number. I feel like I'm buffering. Somebody let me know. I feel like I paused in there a little bit. And I don't want to go too far in this video if it's going to not act right. I'll do something different. So 2,000 is a round number, right? If I think about the child support that I get about $938. That's the exact amount for child support. Count in my YouTube money, which is about $250. So that's right at, oh, thank you so much, Ashley. That's right at, so let's say 950 plus 250, that's another 1,200. Plus adding another $50 from other social, we'll say about 150. So that's 1,350. Once child support is removed, I'm now down to $450, and I still need that 950, right? So Jackson will graduate in June. He should still get child support as long as he's in school, college, until he's 18. He'll graduate and he'll be 17 and 4 months. He'll be, let me see, May, June. No, he'll be 17 and 1 month when he graduates. So he still should have 11 months on child support, which helps me. He'll be home throughout the summer. He'll go off to college. While he won't be living here, I'll still be supporting him wherever he is. Although we are looking into a program that might let him stay closer to home, but still do the college program that he wants to do before moving off to school, which would be my preference because he's still going to be very young to move off from home. So that's still a need, right? I'm still going to need that $1,000 that I might not be getting, especially once he turns 18. It's not going to be there. And if that money's not there, it's not in my paycheck. My mortgage still has to be paid. My car stuff has to be paid, registration, insurance, all that. I'm not paying a car payment, which is helpful, but I still don't make enough or bring in enough, even if as they've divided out, excuse me, our supplement, I could have that money still stay in my account. It's still only $750, and that's pre-tax. So say they tax it a lot more, at max, I'm bringing home $500. I'm still $500 short, right? And I still have all those things. I won't have groceries for 3 kids because sister buys her own groceries, but I'll still have to feed Jackson in college, right? I still have to make sure he has what he needs. So I will be losing that income. Previously to the last 2-3 years, I was making fairly decent money in my social accounts. When they changed all the algorithm stuff, I'm not making that money anymore. I just told you about $250 on YouTube platforms, unless something really, takes off, which I haven't had a pretty decent video in a while. I had a decent couple of static posts, but I think for over 160,000 views, I think I made $2.34. I have on my TikTok, I have $16 that's sitting there waiting, and it's all in different categories, and they don't pay out until it's $10 in each category. So I've been having $16 sit there since 6 months or more, right? So I've got to be able to recoup at minimum that $938 some type of a way. Now, if I go to work, right, because that's a viable option, I can get a job. So I had one of my friends reach out to me, and she was like, "Hey, Shakima, do you know anybody?" And I said, "Yes, I'm interested." And so I haven't heard anything back. According to sister, because it's going to be at the same place where she works, different area. They just have had a couple meetings, and everybody is honing in those budgets, right? Everybody is dialing down those budgets. We can't do this. We got to stop doing this. So I don't know if in the week and a half, 2 weeks that we chatted, if something has happened to that position. Could be that they just absorb it into the people that's already working there, and they would share those responsibilities. I have not heard anything back, and I'm waiting to hear. So to answer that question, why are we tight? We're tight because things have gone up. When you go to the grocery store, right? You go to the grocery store right now and you look at what you used to buy last year, even just last year's, definitely several years ago, pre-COVID. The sizes of things are smaller and the prices are more. You used to be able to get several deals. Some stores don't even run deals anymore. Couponing is not a thing anymore. Although I did go to Dollar General today because I was trying to follow a Dollar General TikTok deal, but you cannot wait until 4 o'clock in the afternoon to go to Dollar General to try to get a deal. Jackson and I went in there and the shelves were practically empty. So where I was supposed to be getting a deal for like $7 or $9, I paid twice that because I still don't know the system yet. Don't worry, Shakima's gonna learn the system. You ain't got to worry about that. Because if I can take off laundry soap and body wash and um, fabric softeners and all those types of things that I sometimes have to buy with my grocery budget, now I've just increased the grocery budget. So I'm going to learn. I took a hit today. Jackson did give me gas money, but I took a little bit of hit because I used that money for it. It was supposed to be half of what it was, and I could only piecemeal several deals together because everything was gone. So I'll know for next time, I'm going to have to get out very early, or at least when I'm done with Titus Two Women, to try to get any deals, because the Dollar General by my house, the shelves were empty and it was crazy. And it was more than that, but I waited. He had to wait for all the coupons to come off. So I'm like, okay, it was less, but it was still more than what those TikTok things I was following. I'm going to start following more clearly And then I may even try to do some Walgreens. But this right now seems to be how I can manage it. And if I can manage $10 a week or even $10 every other week, which is $20 a month, I should be able to stock up pretty decently. I'm trying my best. I'm so hard trying. Next week I'm gonna try to get them again earlier. But if I can do $20 $10 every other week and stay keep the deals below $10, then I should be able to pretty much stock up on all of those laundry, bathroom, kitchen-y items, right? I got dish soap today, I got laundry soap, I got fabric softener, we got boosters, all those things that we're going to need to use in our laundry. I have. So I'm good, but next week I'm going to try to follow those deals a little bit closer if I have the $10, because I may not have it. With that being said, I'm still going to need that extra $1,000, and I'm still going to need to go to work. So how am I going to do? Oh, before I say that, last week, Wednesday, they came to do the 3-month spray around the house, and then they came to do the termite bond. So the termite bond used to be $125. I was saving $12.50 every month. The termite bond is now $170, and that was up from even last year. Recycling that came due in July was up from last year. It was like $169, $79. This year was almost $200. So everything continues to go up. Do I have to recycle? Absolutely not. I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care about the planet, but that everybody here don't recycle, right? It's not a free service. We have to pay for recycling. Trash is free, but we have to pay for recycling. They can come back and get their recycling trash can. It's not going to bother my feelings because I'm a responsible person. We just put it in the trash can and it goes where it goes. And so I'm paying for that too. So every 3 months, and then the pest spray went up. It used to be a different price. Now it's another price. So that went up. I think sister went to get I went to get my oil changed, and my oil change was crazy price. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, friends. What are we doing? So that was up, but everything is going up except that residual income. Except you have to be ultra viral now in the spaces of social places in order to make the money that I was making before. And I had one good year. It wasn't like I had multiple good years. I had one good year where I was making excellent money. And once that year was done, because even my tax person, she was like, Shakima, this is not the same. This is not right, is it? She said, this looks considerably yet lower. I said, yes, ma'am, it is. Hey, good to see you. And so that's one of those things that I have to think about. I looked on my YouTube finances for this month. So far, I've only made $64 for October. They don't even pay out until it's $100. So unless I get some more videos out with more views, which takes my RPM up, I'm not even going to get paid in November for YouTube. So I've got to get, just based on projections, I should be able to get something, but I've got to really work this system in order to be able to get more income coming in. So my first thought is go and work, right? Find a job, look for a job. You can go out and work. Hey, I don't have a problem leaving my house. I don't have a problem putting an extra phone line in and being on a call service. That's not what my heart is, but I'll do it, right? I'll do it. And then I was thinking when I was doing the other video earlier today, and the Lord was saying, Shakima, you already have a part-time job. You just have to put in the hours. So I'm willing to go work 20, 30 hours somewhere outside of my home, when if I gave this YouTube business, and I'm just saying YouTube because that's really where I'm getting paid from right now. If I gave my YouTube business 20 or 30 hours a week and not just randomly whenever I could fit it in, I probably could increase my YouTube income because I'd be able to produce a video every day. So thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. So for me, for my situation, I am not one of those people that can post a video once a week. I have to post every day because my channel is very small. Even with 56,000 subscribers, it's not subscriber count, it's viewership. And last 2 months, I had 60,000 views. I think I'm down to 44,000. I've been traveling. We've been doing stuff. I haven't had time to really upload. I have some videos in there, but by the time I think about, oh, Shakima, you should have set that to go live, it's 9 o'clock and my people ain't on YouTube, right? Y'all aren't even on YouTube at this hour, but this is the time that I have. So I got it set aside. So I got to do it right now, because if I don't and I get situated doing something else, I've already lost time. So the Lord was saying to me, Shakima, if you divide up that 20 hours, how you was going to do it to go to another job, you could increase your income just in this space. With that being said, people are so divided over what they like. Some people like the budget videos. Some people like the grocery hauls. Some people like the vlogs. Some people like the garden. Right now, my garden videos aren't doing anything. Well, the garden ain't doing much either. You know, it's just what it is. Primarily, what I have viewership for are the budget videos right now. And I think it's because everybody's in the same, we're all in the same boat. We all trying to figure out how to make those extra coins so we can, and it's not even getting over. It's just to maintain. So I was telling my kids earlier, I said, this is why generational living is becoming so popular, because I could have a home, especially a 2-story, 3-story. I could have somebody on the bottom level, I'm on the middle level, and somebody on the top level, and we're all putting towards the bills, and everybody's then able to pay the bills and save. At current, I'm paying all the bills. Save. Sister's doing all the saving because she ain't paying the bills. And Jackson, he just out here living his best life. Whichever way it comes, if he want to buy something, he'll buy it. If he want to save, he'll save. He's actually saved up $1,000 by the budget videos. And so right now, I don't have a lot of time to sit and shoot budget videos. It's easier for me to just pull it up and go live and say, hey, this is where we are. That seems to be what people want right now. So I got to make sure that I am dialing it down and making sure that I'm giving people what they want. For me, I'm stuck in this empty nest phase, and that's where my heart is. How do we navigate the empty nest and try to pursue love and get my kids out of the house and all the things? And it's like, whew, you just trying your best to keep your head above the water. You know what I'm saying? Because people get locked into what they like. But my life has shifted, and I really am feeling the pressure. I typically don't feel the pressure, but I'm feeling the pressure of my kids all leaving home and being here by myself. And I don't love that. I don't love that space. I don't want to keep my kids at home. Don't get that twisted. I need all of them to go out and live their best lives. I need that. But for the last 16 years, I've been single, and I've navigated that, and I've tried hard to be a good single Christian woman, to come out here and tell everybody just all the great things. And that's a lonely place at times. It's a lonely place all the time. And please, please, please don't come and say, well, Shakima, in God's timing. Please don't say that. I'm good. I understand in God's timing. I am not trying to force God's hand into anything. I'm just speaking where I am. Because if I had a spouse, then I wouldn't be worried about all the bills on my own. Would I have a soft life and not work? Absolutely not. I would never put that responsibility on one's shoulders unless they wanted it there. I'm capable and I can work, but it would be a shared joint vision of this is what we need for the home, and we're working towards it. It's even to the point where I was just talking to the kids, and Jackson was like, well, Mom, how much is the water bill? Like, he's ready to pay the water bill. Absolutely not. You will absolutely not pay the water. I got the bills, but there isn't much more to save and put by just in case something happens. Emergencies happen all the time. and you live between that rock and that hard place and that paycheck to the next paycheck, and you're praying, Lord, please don't let anything go crazy that I can't afford to take care of. Typically, I could go to my sister and say, hey, I'm short, what you got? And she would float me. But she has 2 properties. She actually has 3 properties, and she just lost her tenants from a property. So she's put that property on the market, trying to sell it to get out from under it. But at current, she's got 3 mortgages. And it's one of those things where I'm trying to invest to make money, but then I had situations. So now I got to offload. And so until I can offload it, all my resources are capped up. And so that's kind of where, you live in these spaces where I'm trying to navigate what's best for my family, what's best for my finances. And I have to be able to navigate that. But I clearly heard the Lord say, Shakima, you don't have to leave. You have a part-time job. Just do this with faithfulness and with fidelity. So if I say 10 hours, right? If I look on a Saturday, I have from 11 until about 3 o'clock. So 12, 1, 2, 3, that's 4 hours. On a Sunday, I could do 4 hours. I could do 5 hours or 6 on a Sunday because I don't have to stop to take Jackson to soccer. He's got soccer right now, so I'd have to stop. Without soccer, I could work from 11 to 3, 11 to 5, and that's 5 hours, 5, 6 hours. And then do the same on Sunday, pouring everything I have into YouTube, trying to find what people want to hear, trying to find what interests folks, and then pouring into those topics in hopes of increasing my views. If the views go up, then the income goes up. Doesn't matter about the subscribers. I love having the subscribers. I'd love to get to 100,000 and get that silver play button. But what I've learned too over the time is that if the more dramatic your issues are, the more views you get. And I just can't come out here and play in God's face like I have drama, because I don't have drama. My bills are paid. We might not have a lot of extra over, but God gives us strategy to be able to deal with what we have. And so I'm thankful that he's given me that, but I'm not going to come out here with tears down my face trying to dwell up sympathy so that people can just watch the video. I want you to watch the content if it's content that you're interested in. But if it's not, I'm not going to work you up into content, because I've seen too many people fall from that. And so I'm not interested in that. Sharing my real life, sharing what I'm doing. Again, you got to look and see what people are interested in. And pretty much it's the budgets. And I know that people were coming when the kids and I were getting debt free. But now that you're debt free, the budgets look very different, although we still out here trying to manage these coins. So that's just kind of a little bit of where we are. Hey now, good to see you. Somebody sent the dogs. It was like one of the first Happy Meals we've gotten in a long time. Somebody sent the dogs some chewy things for their teeth. Thank you so much if you're on. And if you're watching this later, we appreciate that. Because I got the package. I was like, what in the world? This was like from your internet person. Your internet friend is what it said. So thank you. There was no name. It just said internet friend. They got the dog those little alligator things. And I buy those once a month when I go get their food. I'll buy them one, and they bought a bag for each dog. So that helps me not have to try to navigate dental care for the dogs this month, because somebody took care of it for us. And we really appreciate that. And I would be derelict. I just don't think it's good common practice to come on here and ask people to give me stuff. I just don't. Well, if everybody just hit my Cash App, I'll be able to pay my cell phone. If you can't pay your cell phone, you shouldn't have a cell phone. I'm not saying that people wouldn't get a kindness in their heart to say, hey, I want to drop something to Shakim and the kids. If that's what the Lord puts on your heart to do that, because I've done that. But for me to get on here and be like, well, if y'all don't do a little something, we ain't gonna have nowhere to stay. That's an absolute lie. It's an absolute lie from the pit of hell, because we're gonna have somewhere to stay. Even if we don't stay here, we're gonna have somewhere to stay. That's just not a thing. So I have to work the business, not work the system, to get people who love us. And we're thankful that you all love us. People who love us emotionally involved with the drama, so that then y'all can be pulling from your coffers and you're trying to cover your stuff just to send us stuff. Again, if the Lord lays it on your heart, that's a blessing to us, but we're straight. in that regard, we were just saying, I will ask this because I know some people will ask me, so I'm just going to say it now. Jackson was asking for a mini refrigerator for Christmas. And I said, well, what do you need a mini fridge for? He said, Mom, I need it for college. And I said, well, Jackson, we're going to do a registry for college. So you all will see something for Jackson for college when it gets closer to him to go to college. He ain't got there yet, so we ain't putting nothing out. We're going to get stuff. His dad will get stuff. His family will get a few things. And he's going to go off to college with all the stuff that he needs. But there may be some things that he wants that maybe I'm unable to afford, and somebody may choose to gift to him. If that's your choice, we appreciate, but know that he's going to have all the stuff he needs. And as soon as I learn this Dollar General coupon, and he going to have all the Dollar General stuff he needs, because it's not going to be a problem. But I'm just sharing that to say, I could go work. And if that job comes through, I'm not telling you that I'm not going to take it, because right now I am in a situation that if I could do something for 12 months, if I could give myself a solid year of sure income, because working social spaces, there's no surety in your income. But if I could give myself 12 months of sure income where I'm just using that money for sinking funds and savings, oh, I would be in a whole different situation by October of next year. So I'm even looking at dialing it back for Christmas and just saying to the kids, listen, nobody's getting Christmas this year, and just stacking what I can. I don't want to have to do that, but I have grown kids. I don't have grandkids. I have grown children who all work, and if they want their Christmas, they can get stuff. Now, the only person I probably would do Christmas for is sister. Sister's a gifts girl. She loves things, and I've seen a few little cute things here and there that I would really love to pick up for her that I think she would enjoy. And so, of course, within the budget that I can see that's feasible, I would pick up her a few things. With Jackson graduating, and with Jackson, we didn't even think about this. In 2 weeks, he has free college application week. Is coming up 19th, 20th. He has that, the 20th. But some of the schools he wants to apply to, I don't think fall under free application. So now I got to make sure that I have college application money so that he can apply to the colleges he want to go to. Those are things that I'm going to take care of as his parent. However, I still want to make sure that even though I'm taking care of it, I'm still having enough to save to put by for the sinking funds, because the best thing I've ever done in my life was the sinking funds. The sinking funds, once I was able to do it, which came from revenue I made online, YouTube, has helped me sink my funds. Now, again, some people hit the algorithm just right and it comes and it sweeps you along. Some of us haven't hit it just right yet. We're trying, but I will admit and confess that I haven't given it my 100% in a long time, because I'm pulled in so many different directions. I got to go this way with Jackson and this way with sister, and Shamika needs me to do this, and Trina needs something else, and I want to have a few little minutes to myself. I'm trying to see what is available for me. I'm traveling as a pastor. I'm speaking here and I'm doing, so I haven't been able to give it my time. But if the Lord clearly said, Shakima, you already have a part-time job, then I have to have ears to hear what he's saying, and I got to lean into that. I paid for a course. It's one of Jay Morrell's courses about YouTube extraordinaire. And I've started the course and I've worked my way through a good bit of it, but I haven't finished. I need to go back. I need to finish it. I need to work on my thumbnails. Thumbnails will draw people over for sure. And I think I need to just keep doing what works for my community. So with that being said, anybody have any thoughts or questions about, you just chime it into the chat. I'm going to send a poll out if I can type right, which I can't. And then you try to follow other people, you know, to see what their people like, but your people are very different. I'm ready to start the again, because I need to start Fly Lady. It's just going to help me based on my time. So I did send out a poll. If you have a minute, or you can figure out how to do the poll, if you want to just let me know what you think, and I'll try to do those contents for sure. Definitely will try to 100% do the content as much as I can, because I need to make sure that I'm doing what people want. And perhaps for a season, it is just a budget. Perhaps for a season, it is savings. Perhaps perhaps for 12 months, that's just what I do. We just have to see. You know what I'm saying? We do have 2 graduations coming up. Shamika's graduating, so we're flying out to California. Jackson's graduating, so she is flying over to here for that. So we've got all kinds of things that are going on. So it looks like budgets is probably the main thing, which is fine. If that's what people want, listen, I'm here to give you what you want. But with that being said, I might just do a few more lives. Lives work for me where the budget is concerned. With that being said, I'm still running into the issue with the buffering of the live videos, right? So I know somebody said on the one I did the other day, it keeps buffering quite a lot, but the one I did 2 days previous to that, it was just fine. I didn't hear anybody say anything. So I got to figure out if it's, again, my computer, if it's my software. I think it's the software that I'm using when I try to live stream in multiple places. So I'm going to have to find a different software to use. And so that looked like about 60 some percent of people prefer the budgets, and about 24 the grocery hauls. Once I learn this Dollar General stuff, y'all about to get these Dollar General deals. Okay. As soon as I learn it, I ain't learned it yet, but I'm about to learn this because it's necessary. And I think for us, I've done the best at what has been necessary for my family. It's necessary that I work. And the kids were like, well, Mom, that means you ain't going to be able to do this, that, and the other. We don't do that now. Y'all are so busy doing your own stuff. Y'all, I came home last night to my own self. There was nobody here except Gwen and Gracie. Jackson was working. Sister had an engagement with one of her friends, and they were just gone. And then she was like, Mom, I'm going to Walmart. She just texted me what she going to do. Okay, fine. But I'm in this house and I have time. And so what I need to do is figure out a good schedule. Tuesday nights are not good because that's church. Thursday nights, Jackson has soccer just for a little while longer. He won't have soccer much longer. So I got to figure out my schedule. Right now, it looks like the weekends, which is what I had planned to do if that other job came through. I was really going to give the weekends my best effort, 5 or 6 hours, because I can't change my Titus 2 ladies group. That group is locked in 9 a.m. Saturday mornings. That's the thing. So I'm not asking them to change. But at 11 o'clock, I can, because that'll give me time to just eat something, drink a cup of coffee before I can actually start working. And if I can put forward some good content over the next 12 months in the areas that you all are interested in, I think that's going to help me. The other decision that I came to as far as budgeting is concerned, because I got this really rude and nasty. Somebody asked me to do a review. Listen, I'll do your review. It's no problem. So it was an exchange. I'm going to do the review. You send me the product. Well, these people sent me a nasty gram. You have 3 days to respond to this email, or we're going to report you for a lack of follow through. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We sent you a product, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, hold, please, let me go find what I'm looking for. Pull up the video. Ma'am, your video has been up for 2 weeks. What is your problem? Why are you here? Well, we need to immediately send us the link. We can't find it. I did forget to put the name in the title. So I said, I've updated the title. Here's the link, all the things. But what I'm not going to do anymore are free videos. I have like 2 more things. That's it. This video is sponsored by, and I want to be able to say that too. If you can pay them, you can pay me. I'm sorry. I'm not doing any more free videos. I'm just not. I'm going to I send out my rate cards and people just don't respond. They want you to be in their loyalty program. Well, listen, I'm loyal to Jesus, and you want to pay this person. I saw somebody doing the exact same thing I was doing, and it says, include paid promotion at the top. I'm like, they didn't even offer me a paid. Okay, I got you. So I'm not going to sell myself short anymore. I may not get a ton of those things, which is fine. However, my time is valuable. And if I'm going to do my due diligence the way you want it done, then you're going to have to pay for this time over here, because that's just business. It's business now. It's not even, I was doing it for pleasure back then, but I'm at a point now where I got to do this for business. So I have a rate card that I send out, and that every time I get one, I'm just going to send that rate card, send the rate card, send the rate card. It's even to the point over on other platforms where you're spending so much time trying to sell the product, because we'll get a free product from a different platform. And you spend so much time trying to sell that product just so you can make a profit. And it got me to thinking, I'm like, Lord, these people are not stupid. They're not going to pay you at all until until somebody buys the product. But you're still giving your time, your effort, your energy, your creative thinking, and how you're going to let this all play out and all the things. And you're spending all this time that they're not compensating you for. So I got it. That's fine. We're getting ready to change everything on that platform to the dogs. People love animals, love these over here as well. So we're going to do that. But on this platform, I'm just going to keep it and that's what I want to do. I want to do just that empty nest. You know, this is where I am, you know, but honestly, when people have found you, I think in their minds, you stay who you were when they first found you. Some people don't see the evolution, and some people don't want you to evolve. They want you to stay where you are. And that's just not where I am. My heart is for the woman who's my age, who's going through what I'm going through. And I don't think that people really think about this. This is true. And it all goes together, right, y'all? So I became a mother so young. I was 14 years old when I became a mother. I was 13 years old when I got pregnant and became a mom at 14. I've been a mom so long. And all I have done my life is mom. I have not. Alana asked me the other day, she said, Mom, have you ever had fun? I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever had fun. Now, I'm a fun person. I laugh. I love to laugh. I love to enjoy. I joke and all that. But I've not had fun. I'm the rose that has yet to bloom. I'm still so tight on the rose bush. And it has not blossomed and bloomed into anything yet. And I want that part of my life to be, I want to show people what it's like to do it with grace and to do it with the favor of God on your life. But again, that doesn't get views. So I may do a test video to kind of see how that does. And maybe that'll be a Friday night. That could be a Friday night video. Let me write this down. Who is following me on a different platform up here? Can y'all somebody send me that to Facebook? Send it in my messages so I don't forget. I'm gonna try to write it down right now though. So it says how to navigate the emptiness. I'm writing down video ideas. What in the budget do you want to see? What do you want to see in the budget? So navigating emptiness. Budgets got 63% for budgets. I'm just writing this down so that I'll know, you know, what kind of content to put out. It's the holidays, maybe holiday gift shopping on a budget. That might be one. Of course, people already got their trees up, child. But it's kind of going to be like Vlogmas. I don't even know how I miss Vlogtober. It's just one of those things that doesn't cross my mind because I'm in so many different spaces. I know next year's going to be different. Sister will still be at home, but she's contemplating a part-time job. So she will be not in the house. Jackson won't be in the house, and it will just be me. And I can probably just sit and focus and think. There's so many things that still yet need to be done. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anything for anybody. And it's like, Lord, you know, help me to navigate all these things I got to do. And God is gracious. He's good. I would never lay it at his feet to say that he is not. He is, and he helps me. And so I'm very thankful for that. You help me watching the videos. I know somebody said they're going to go watch. I have another lady, all she does is just let the videos play. That's helpful for us. We appreciate. Um, but I need to do my due diligence. Starting in this October, I've just been busy. We had to travel. Sister and I went to a wedding, so that was 2 days. One on the road, do the event, come back another day. I'm traveling some in a few weeks. I'll be traveling. Couple things I have going on, like a double thing on the front end of the week and the back end of the week. I'm traveling, and then then we're right into the holidays. We do have Friendsgiving coming up. And so I'll vlog that a little bit as well. I'm so far behind on my 30 bags in 30 days, but those get a lot of good traction as well. I like those too, because it's real time. It's real time of what's going on, right? It's real time of what's going on. So between, I guess, the vlogs, the grocery hauls, and the budgets, that's kind of where I've always had my sweet spot. And so I will definitely try to navigate within those spaces, but the budgets are taking a hefty part of that, which that's a big part of my life right now. And so I've got to make sure that I am being faithful. And again, like I said, I'm not one of those channels that can post once a week. I got to post every day in order. When I got my last big payout, it was like $428. That was when I did Vlogmas, and I did a video, or tried to do a video every day. That was in August. It came in September, but it was for Vlogmas. So I know that that's a thing, right? We're going to do the 12 days of Christmas. We may even just start out December, but we'll start out in November, but we'll move into the 12 days of Christmas, all that, because that's just the type of time we got to be on. That's going to crunch my Saturdays making content, my highlight of my week. So I'm going to have to do all of my other stuff throughout the days. I'm trying to focus on my healthy journey. I'm at the gym every day. That's another hour of my time that I'm out. It's just all those things, different little things, bits and pieces that I've got to navigate. So with that being said, it's fine. I'm going to do it because my kids need to see their mom working. I think they do. There are people who really are here for us, to support us. And so if I can get a video out, and like I said, I've got 3 or 4 that are just sitting there. What I need to remember is on a Saturday, go ahead and get my thumbnails and then go ahead and set them to post. I'd be so concerned if I schedule them, like I feel like I'm neglecting to do it that day. It's okay to pre-schedule, right? I got to form my mind that it's okay to pre-schedule, and you just keep filming so that you'll have more stuff to pre-schedule. And we're just moving like ships in the night sometimes. Jackson, he asked about dinner 3 times today. So what are we having for dinner? I don't know what we have. What you cooking? Because I haven't even thought about dinner. I've eaten eggs for the last 3, 4, 5 nights because nobody else was here to eat but me. I haven't had to cook. I eat eggs. It works for me. I'm good. So again, those are the types of things that I'm navigating over here. As far as, would I take a job? Honest is true. If I could get a job that was a set amount that would get me more than just what I would get out here trying to make the YouTube thing work, yes. But I haven't had any additional feedback on that. I guess they're trying to look at budgets and stuff. And she's good. She'll let me know. But I could be looking for other things. But I feel like if I did that, anything outside of this opportunity, I just need to focus here because I have an established business. It's just slow right now, right? I need one of those Keith Lee endorsements and everybody shows up. But even after he leaves, it's still up to the business to do the work, right? So I've got to do the work. Nobody can come over and say, watch her, if I'm not producing. So I have to produce. And I know that to be the truth. And I'm okay with that. So I'm not putting it off on anybody else. I had taken Jackson to get a haircut today, and sitting in the car while I'm waiting, because I don't even go in Black Man Barbershop no more. You're not about to fool me. I sit in the car. He's big enough to go in there. I watch the door. I sit where I can see the door. Don't let nothing pop off up in there. But I'm content. I'm editing and doing the things while I'm sitting in my car. right? I can do stuff other than just scroll and watch other people's content. No, I got content. So let me get my content together while I'm waiting. And that's how I did it in the very beginning. I would take them to Taekwondo and I would sit there and I would edit. And the parents would think, oh, she's so standoffish. She don't want to talk to nobody. I'm trying to get these coins, y'all. This was before I was getting child support. So I was trying to get anything I could get. And so that's how I did it. I just focused and I was working. I was content. That's what I did. And so it's nothing wrong with going back there. So I just wanted to just kind of let everybody know where we were. And I know some people had asked, why is it so tight? It's just the economics of the world. It is not anything. I don't have a new car. I don't have any new expenses. It's just the expenses I already have. Child, let me just tell you, I just can't do it. These people, and they be up in here. And then I was waiting a long time today. And I'm like, Jackson, what's going on? And y'all, no shade to anybody, but I was parked outside. So the barbershop is over here. I'm parked on the side street waiting. And I keep seeing these people and they going in this back yard over here. It's got a little fenced in situation. And they going in and they coming out with cups. I'm like, let's go. And they looking at me like I'm strange. Like, why you out here? I'm parked. I'm in a parking space. I don't care what you're doing. And then this one guy, he comes up to the car. He got his cigarette. And I'm like, Lord, I got asthma. He just smoking and carrying on. And he's singing 2 songs. He's like, did you feel that? I was talking to somebody, a friend of ours from that had come over from the barbershop. He's like, did you feel that? He's like, because brother, you got rhythm. You got rhythm. And I'm like, all we doing is choking on this smoke. But whatever, sir. So I was like, let me back my car up a further space back because I don't know what they got going up in here. But everybody going in without a cup and coming out with a cup. And they ain't quite stable on their feet. So let me, and I'm texting Jackson, how much more longer time is you come in this barbershop here? And he's like, Mom, I'm in the chair. Praise God. Did they just start or he's like, we about done. Praise the Lord, cuz y'all, I mean, they was looking at me real side-eyed. Ma'am, sir, whatever you doing, that's your business. I am not involved at all. I'm just trying to get this haircut. That's all. So anywho, y'all, just a laugh for y'all. And I will be very glad when he has his own car and he can drive himself to places. We are right in the middle of a nor'easter. We're just getting the outer bands of a nor'easter. And so it's been raining here all day. Good for the garden. Praise the Lord. Wish I had gotten a few more things out there, but I didn't, but it's fine. And we're just seeing where things go. I do have my fall winter garden is planted. Mostly, I still have a few things. Mr. Jerome, this will be his last month to come. So that'll save me a little bit over the next 4 or 5 months to be able to just stock to the savings, because that's what I'm going to do. Typically, I would do house projects, but I don't have any luxury for that right now. I just need that to go in savings. So the next few months from November through April, November, December, January, February, March, April, 6 months, that'll be $700 to go into savings. And that'll help bolster up some of those accounts, right, that I'm just concerned about. Or I may use those for the sinking funds just to see if that's enough to cover some of the sinking funds. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That reminds me. If I don't have enough coming in the other, I can use that money to front up some of those sinking funds, which will be perfectly fine. But anywho, y'all, that's where we are. That's kind of the long and short, the skinny of it all. I got those ideas written down. And I like the vlogs. It's just, hey, this is what we doing. We ain't doing a whole lot, but this is what we doing. So it's a couple of those coming up. I'm not doing a ton of cooking videos because nobody here to cook for. And sometimes the only videos that get really good views are the ooey gooey kind. And I'm not eating that stuff right now. So, budget videos, it shall be from here on. But that's where we are, y'all. And I do appreciate you for stopping by and hanging out with us. Do a favor, like the video, share, subscribe, and we appreciate that. It just helps push us into the algorithm. Make sure that you have your notifications on. I think it said something like 7% of my people had their notifications on. That is a low number, right? And sometimes YouTube does funny things and unsubscribes you. If that's what happened, just, go back and make sure that you know all the things. I got to unsubscribe from a ton of people. It's people I don't even see. Gia, I used to watch Gia Marriage and Motherhood all the time. I never see her videos anymore. Every now and a blue moon, it'll come through. So just go back and make sure that you are subscribed, and that'll just help us to get out into the algorithm. We love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us. And where I am trying to really dial down, I'm working on it, right? Saturdays and Sundays are going to be my days that I'm going to give it my effort for sure, to make sure that I got thumbnails done. I think that's going to be a big help, thumbnails for sure. And then to make sure that I'm putting in time to the business. It is a business. It's my heart because I love y'all, but it is a business for my family, and it does provide. And I will never, at this point in my life, unless the Lord say different, have my children ask me how much is the water bill so he can take his one day of pay to pay my water bill. Sir, that is not a thing. That is not a thing. That will never be a thing. It's not. If I got to go out here and do whatever I got to do, it's not a thing. But I'm thankful that his heart is like that, because Jackson would give me his money. He would give me all of his money without any problems. But it's not a thing. So whatever I got to do as the mom, we doing it. So anywho, love you guys. I got to go. I'm teaching again at 8. My book will be taught at 8 on the other channel. So if you're following that, follow me at 8. But for right now, I'm going to go eat something if he cooks something. And then I am going to go soak my bones, because these workouts, and I got to work out for today. Oh my God. I might work out first. I might head to work out. Let me go to the gym and do that in the garage because it's raining. But I love y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Bye, everybody. See you later.